Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Betharn, and we are playing Space Engineers. Last episode we got Tim set up, so our inventory is being managed all properly. And I think this time what we'll do is we're going to build this wall up and get our displays constructed, and then we're going to set up our script system for that, so we can put all our important information on there, so we don't have to like rifle through all our inventories to look and see what we have and what we don't. So we'll go here, we'll turn off our battery charge, turn on our engines, and we'll drop off. And Tim has been setting this up. I've been making steel plates, and it filled up the ship for us. Alright, and since I just want to build this whole wall, I went ahead and left the projector on. I'm not going to hand build this. We're probably going to run out of iron plates, and we might need to do a bit of mining. I did a little bit off screen after the last episode, just so I had a little bit of iron on hand and filled up the base with it. So go over, I think I can do what, about 4 of these in one go. Get all this built. I think I have a ton of parts for most of this stuff. Ooh. Some of this stuff outside isn't exactly needed, but it's part of the base, so we'll just let it go. Let's see, are we burning through? Yeah, we've already burned through a decent amount of our metals, steel plates here. We should have all the stuff. I think the guys are right over here, so we might have just enough, or we just go fill up a little bit, and we'll be able to finish it off. Yeah, I think I could see the projector through the unfinished blocks. So I'll finish that up. Last one over there. All right. Let's get all these placed. And we're out of, there we go, we're out of steel plates now. Now I'm gonna come around here, let's turn these off. And then there, yeah, we got 2 of them exposed. Let's see if we have the stuff on hand to actually build them. I think we do, but I could be wrong. Because I know we got some displays, perfect. We might need a couple of steel plates to actually build them. I forget if they use ooh, did they fix that? There, corner LCD. See, it's not showing properly, but they're starting to show kind of things that we need. All right, so we don't have enough to finish it. Let's go see what we got working in our base here. Let's dock this bad boy up. Ooh, ooh. A little bit up. 4. Okay. So let's see. I think we can do this. Let's go gremlin inventory. Over here, we'll see what kind of steel plates we have. 139. What else are we going to be missing? I think we just need steel plates, because I think, yeah, with Tim we have all of these are all the basic building block components. I think I might want to go, let's go to control panel, and we're going to go to our timer block. Base Tim management. I'm actually going to drop this down. Stop. Start. I'm going to put this at 10 seconds and see if that gets stuff done a little quicker. Right, so let's go ahead and just undock and see. Yep, through 170, all that we have on us. Let's see if we can't build these displays here. We could just go with these 2 displays for now. I haven't really figured out which displays I want to display what, so. Alright, so I'm missing something. What am I missing? Interior plates? Bulletproof glass. Actually, I'm probably missing bulletproof glass. I think you can build them without bulletproof glass, though. Let's see. Yeah, you can build them without bulletproof glass. So we need interior plates, computers, displays, and construction components. So what are we, about to run out of hydrogen here, and this bug still hasn't been fixed. Let me in, there we go. Sort of. Come on. God damn it. It's the most irritating thing about the game. I'm gonna fill my hydrogen so I can fly and hopefully get inside of this cockpit. Got it. Got it. Alright. What are we missing then? Interior plates? We have all the things, so I don't know why it's not building these. Let's go to 1 and manually engage these things. What are you building? So that one's being built. This one won't place. It's freaking weird. Alright, let's see how many more of these. Actually, I can check in here how many we have. We only have a little bit. Boom. Okay, so we got that one and we got that one. And for some fucking reason, this one won't build. Come on. I'm wondering if I can't place it myself, or is there something wrong with the, That's really weird. Oh, you know what? It could be I'm actually inside the block. Let me try backing up a little bit. So I'm not inside the block now. Yeah, this shouldn't be a thing. I don't know why this is a thing. Alright, I cannot place this for the life of me. Alright, so I placed it. Let's see if I can now build it. Alright, for some reason it just wouldn't let me place that thing. Okay, so what we do need to do is, I don't actually have one placed somewhere, I don't think, is we need another programmable block, because you need a programmable block for each script that you use. So I kind of need a spot for that. I want to check, I might actually have placed one at some point, so I'm going to turn on our projector completely instead of just show buildable. God. The day that this is fixed and always works will be the happiest day of my life. Come on! Fucking retarded. Alright, so let's do that, and I'm gonna come up here, because I know I put some, yeah, no, I didn't put any, I thought I'd put one up here. So let me see. I'm gonna look for a spot to place a programmable block, and then we'll dive back in. Alright, I think I'm just gonna throw this guy right in the back here. Boom. So we'll go ahead and throw that block there. And we'll grab our gremlin here. And I think my power is still on, so we'll just disconnect here. And we'll go build this bad boy. Building some more walls, but cool. Doesn't matter too much. In fact, I might want to get built up here and get that battery started. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it for now. Because we got that built, so now we can set up our displays. Drop. Up. Move. Docked. Alright, control 2, 5, and 6. Welders are off. Cool. Alright, I do need to freaking finish that. Alright, so now we're going to go to our programmable block. Programmable block 2. Base terminal programmable block. Probably should just drop the terminal thingamajiggy. Bunker. Bunker. Control copy. Base terminal. Tim manager, and this will be our LCD manager. Not sure what that Tim in brackets is supposed to be for, though. Am I supposed to do that? I don't know. I'm gonna remove that because I don't think I need it. Okay, so we got our timer block. We have a second timer block already. Base bunker LCDs. We already have it. So what we want to do is we'll do LCDs, timer block. We want our programmable block. We want to go to edit, workshop, configurable, automatic LCDs 2 is what it's called. Grab that, check code, remember an exit, and now we want to grab our timer block, set it to silent, set up actions. Uh-oh. Oh, it is set up right. Okay, it just uses the wrong programmable. There's our terminals, base terminal, LCD manager. Run with default argument, bunker LCDs start. It's using the same one, so we're good there. 1 second, you want to set this one to 1 second so it updates the LCDs as often as possible, and then just hit start. Alright, so that should work. So that's running, and those are booting up, as you can see right now. I don't know if I've already programmed these to do things or not. Nope. I did change the colors the way I like them. So what you can do, what's nice about the LCDs is you can actually directly access them. If you just come up here and you hit K, it'll go directly to the control panel. Now, the way you do these guys is you go into public text here. Not public text, actually. You want custom data. So you come in here, and then you do power time, is one of the commands, and you can come down here and do echo. Give it echo as an extra, as a blank line. So if you want to space out your stuff, and then you want to say power status, I think is the proper one. And we'll hop out, and it should update fairly rapidly here. Boom. So the base itself has an hour and 22 minutes worth of power. The reactors are generating 15% of our power at 2.3 megawatts. Our solars are doing nothing. Our batteries have that much stored. That's the output on the batteries. It's the input on the batteries, and that's the total output of all the power in the base. Okay, and then over here, what we can do is set up, probably set up our ores and stuff over here. So you can go in here and do custom data, inventory. Okay, so this is a little tricky. Let me bring my guide up. I actually haven't used this in a couple of weeks, so I'm a little rusty. Inventory. Alright, so when you use inventory, the first thing you can do is you do the squiggly brackets and you do base. So this will only look at inventories with the base tag inside of them. So it won't look at my ships that are attached to it and in other cargo holds that I have named differently. And then what you can do is you can do, if you do minus all, it'll clear it so there's nothing shown, and then you can do plus ore, which will add all the ores. So that should work. And then down here we could do something similar. Go to custom data, inventory, squiggly bracket, base only. If you don't want to tell it exactly where to go, you can actually change this to this star. That means all. It'll look in everything that it can look in and count it. But I only wanted to look inside the base and do my minus all plus ingot. I think it's ingot, or is it ingots? Ingot. Cool. Alright, so that'll do that. And so this doesn't always, see the ingots summary. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why it does this sometimes. Cargo, inventory list. See, this is showing almost literally everything. Why are you doing that? Okay. Custom data. Actually, I think you have to do it the other way around. So you do plus or minus all. Tool summary still isn't updating properly. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, I sort of got it working right now. So here's our power, here's our component list, what we have made. I'm going to play with this and change it a little bit later, but I'm just showing how this works. I guess you don't do the all thing. Just do the thing you want. The all thing seems to mess it up. I don't know if that's a bug or a change since I last played or not. Same thing over here. So we just go, this is our ores, custom data, or ingots. The thing is, you don't really need an ore list because this actually tells you, okay, so I have 15,000 silicon made, and I also have 3.4 thousand ore. I have 22.2 thousand iron and no more ore for it. So the fact that I have the ore listed up here is pretty superfluous. And the same thing here. Another thing I might throw up here is like working on like the refineries and all that to see what's doing what, kind of. We have a lot of silicon though, so what we want to do here is we'll go to our refinery. Base refinery is doing silicon, so let's do some silver. So if you see our silver, yeah, this isn't the best design ever because it's hard to see, but yeah, you kind of want to put your panels a little closer to you. I might do some spillover and increase the text size, because one of the things I have the text size set down to like 0.8 on those so that all the stuff fits on the screen at once. There is a command in the script system for this to use these two displays, but it doesn't actually work properly unless it's been fixed in the past couple weeks. But what we're going to do eventually is we're going to split this up into smaller things and put a couple up here and a couple down here, and I'll probably put some small panels in between so I can increase the size of the text so it's easier to read from a distance and be a little more organized with that. I might actually even rip these big panels down and do a whole wall of small panels, and then you just put a couple of items on there. So that's how you got the script set up. The one thing you do that the base, if you do your own thing, make sure make sure you do this. You need inside any panel that's going to be an LCD script, it has to have this square bracket LCD somewhere in the name. It doesn't matter where. Just put it in the name anywhere. And otherwise this custom data thing will not work with the script. So make sure that's on and you'll be good. And now that that's set up, we don't need to fiddle around in our inventory, so I just need to come up here and go, hey look, we have 22,000 iron. There is a way to set there is a way to set quotas for this, so set your own. So for instance, if I was going to come up here and change this stupid thing, if I can actually target it, we're going to go ahead and do inventory list. The difference with the inventory list is it takes away the header category, so I won't say ingot list, for instance. Go in here and I only want it to look inside my bunker. And I only want it to look for iron. Iron ingot, I think. I could be wrong. And then you want to do, just like the other one, you do colon. And I want, say, 100. I want 1,000,000, for instance. So that it's probably wrong, but let's see how it shows up. Stand right here until it does its thing. I think oh, there it is. So you go in here, you go to custom data, you go ingot, and I want it to be an iron ingot. Use the / there, and that should do it. So now it should be replaced with that iron. Except instead of 300,000, it'll be a 1,000,000, and then plus ore. So we're basically going to do something like that, and we'll customize the order that these display. And using inventory list, you won't have this right here, component summary. If I change this to from inventory list to from inventory to end list, that'll just chop off that component summary title at the top. So both those functions are identical, and I'll link the page and all that stuff in here so you guys can read the different commands that are there. So that's that. So now the base is nice and well established, and all we have to do is get a whole bunch of mining done, fill up our reserves, and one of these screens I was going to use the missing command, and we'll be like, okay, I want this many, and then we can this will kind of combine with the missing one, and we'll see how many we need to make as opposed to how many we have. So say we're looking to build our behemoth strip miner. I'll list all the components that we need, and it'll say, okay, so we need more steel plates, build all those, we need more motors, we'll build those. And then once it's empty, that means we have all the components to build it, and we can do it from there. So that'll speed things up a lot, and that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.